Hey, Tony Gash here. I just dropped my son off for his AP exam. I may have to hang up this video at any time my wife called me because she's taking our youngest son to the doctor to get him a little uh, strep throat test in case because his throat was hurting him. And I was talking to my son, my oldest son, and he started telling me, he was like, hey, it's this guy who he made this clothing line called Soft Guy Era. And he's like, it's just straight comedy. He was like, he just take stuff that women say and he like flip it and put it back on them. And like he stitched their videos. And so he showed me one of the videos and it was like this woman, she was online saying that, I find it funny when guys say that I'm a gold digger. And I'm like, yes, I want a man with money or something like that. And then she was like, the language of all broke guys is physical touch and quality time. And I don't know if she was joking. It didn't seem like she was joking. It sounded very stupid. And it's a lot of hot takes like that are serious from women online. And it's a lot of hot takes like that are serious from men online. So then when somebody takes and they're joking, we can't tell the difference because so many people kept writing me, Tony, can you talk about the soft guy era? Can you talk about the soft guy era? Everybody talking about the soft guy era. And I knew this just didn't sound right. I'm like, no man, respectable man can seriously say he's fixing to be a soft guy era. He finna be in a soft guy era. I'm like, this has to be like a gay man. And I'm not even sure if. And then my son showed me the guy, he definitely do not look gay. Nothing about him give off gay or soft. He's a dark-skinned black guy with a thick beard and earrings. And he just kind of looked like one of them guys that grew into himself. He looked like one of them guys that was cool with the girls in school, had a few homeboys. But he don't look like he was like Mr. It or like that guy unless he was an athlete. Now, if he was like a star athlete, then he could have been that guy. And he probably hears some of this stuff and he probably feel a little insecure about not having the level of money that it seemed like it takes to take care of a woman. And I will say, I apologize to the guys because I used to always say, oh, if you're saying you don't want to get married because of financial reasons, you making excuses. But now seeing my wife's level of self-care and seeing that just her taking care of the house, like buying stuff for the house, and just like living without a care, just not having like a budget, but just living like, okay, we need this, we need this, we need this, we need this. I see how easy it is to spend money. And for understanding, I'm not Kevin Hart. Like, I'm not LeBron James. And to see that, what it costs in the tens and tens of thousands, like up there. And this is before recreation. Like, we like to go to sports events and stuff like that. But prime example, like last week, I looked at a card and I'm like, Amazon, $700. I wrote my wife, I'm like, babe, $700 to Amazon? What in the world? She was like, oh, well, the most expensive thing was the soccer balls that I bought the boys. They both wanted a bag of new soccer balls for training. And I'm like, I don't know how much that was. Maybe it was 200 each or something. But I'm like, really? And then she'll always mention like one little thing that she got for me. But the rest of this stuff just be a bunch of stuff from Amazon. And it be like the craziest stuff, like just random stuff. Like this little light up thing that you rub through your hair and it feel like an electric shock going through your hair. And then they got one for the face and it feel like electric shock. And then like this mask that you put on and it got red light in the mask and the thing like $400 for the mask. And I'm like, are you serious? And then just all of these different little gadgets to make everything, all of the hangers are like black velvet on the hanger. And then the hangers that's just regular hangers, and the hangers with the little clips for the shorts. And then all of these different glass bottles for the seasoning. So you take the seasoning out the little plastic bottle and pour it into the glass bottle. And then a label maker that put the little name of the seasoning on the glass bottle. And then all of these plastic containers that go in everything. All your drawers, all your pantry is now all plastic containers, like these see-through glass plastic looking things that you put your stuff in. And all of these jars to where your cereal or your snacks, they not in the box no more. They in this see-through clear thing. And I'm like, man. I'm like, my goodness. And then I'm like, okay, I get it. And so now what my son's saying is the soft guy era thing is like a parody. Like they making fun of women who be like, if you can't afford a woman like me, then don't date. If you can't go out on a date and you have to be checking the price, and if you can't afford a nice restaurant, then you shouldn't be dating. You're not in a position to dating if you have to have a budget for a date. And so the guys, they taking and making a parody of those women, which not, but my son was saying that you could tell the women in the comments don't know that it's a parody, that it's a joke. And the guy's doing it with a straight face and stuff. And so, because I thought about that, that don't make no sense. But I'll be honest with you, like, as a man, if soft guy era was a thing, I could do it for like a month. I could do it for a little bit, but it wouldn't be something that I can live. I wouldn't be able to live with a woman taking care of me. I wouldn't be able to be a man. Like, I wouldn't be able to, I would have to go get a surgery and get my scrotum cut off, you know, if I became comfortable with a woman taking care of me. Like, I wouldn't be comfortable. Like, I would be trying to find some type of hustle, you know, some type of grind, like something. I'd be trying to do something. And even if she made a lot of money, I had to be home with the kids. Okay, I'd be home with the kids, but I'd try to figure out like the FBA, the Fulfilled by Amazon, drop shipping, that I could do while I'm with the kids. Like, I'll try to figure out something, because if I see a man doing Fulfilled by Amazon and he making $1 million a year, or he making tens of thousands a month, I'm gonna figure that out, and I'm gonna do that while my kids napping, or I'm gonna have my kids in there. I'm teaching them how to do it. Like, and I might do my own clothing brand where we packaging and shipping the stuff out, and I got my kids working, because I did that at the house one time with the hoodies I sell sometimes. And Tayden loved it. He loved, you know, helping his mama. They was doing it, but Tayden loved getting in there helping and putting his little stickers on and packaging stuff up. He loved it. And he gonna have another job because his mama's starting a little company. And so I said it to say, ladies, y'all calm down. So many of y'all was asking me about that, and I'm like, are you serious? But then my son brought it up, and I realized it's not a real thing. It's a real thing, because my son say the man got a clothing line, and he say people buying the clothing line. So now he done came up off of it. My son say he done got hundreds of thousands of followers in the last, you know, few months or whatever. So now he done came up off of it, and he making money off of it. And that he sell the clothing really expensive, the soft guy era clothing. So now he's taking this thing, this parody, this comedy, and he done flipped it, and now he making money off of it. It's not gonna last. I don't think it'll become like Casablanca, because I just can't see a lot of heterosexual men wearing a shirt that's say soft guy life. Well, I haven't looked at the merchandise, but if it's a soft guy life, men gonna question your sexuality if you wearing that. And it's just like, huh? What? Like, Eric, because nobody gonna get the joke. And no man in the history of mandom wants to be soft. No man, except for men who are effeminate. But other than that, nobody want to be known as no soft guy. Even soft guys pretend to be tough guys. Like, it's not. I'm a soft guy in the sense of kind-hearted, nice, all of that. Me and my wife were talking about that last night, how she'll say no to her mom a whole lot easier than I say no to my mom. And my wife was like, you soft. And I was like, yeah, I am soft. But guess what? Because I'm soft, I'll take a man's life. Quit with the quickness. Lay him right on down. Cause no, bro, you ain't finna try me. And so that's the thing. No man wants to be associated with soft. So y'all ladies who thought this was real, who thought it was something, who didn't know it was a parody. And some men might have didn't know it was a parody either and started making it real for them. And they basically saying, like, if you can't afford these clothes, then you can't afford a man like me. If you can't afford to buy me this soft guy life sweater, you can't afford me. Or you can't afford to take me out to eat, you can't afford me. And so some people thinking it's serious, but you know how the internet is. But yeah, so that's found that out today. It's I don't be in the deep dark web of TikTok. I do not be on there like that. And but my son, he be seeing all the little trends. I'm like, my goodness, he be telling me about the stuff. And I'm like, well, y'all, y'all is y'all down bad. But I will say, if the soft guy thing does become a real thing, we coming close to the end of society. That'll be extremely sad. Now here's the thing, what they talking about, like a man being taken care of, if y'all know it, if we being honest, the soft guy era has always existed. There's always been couch potato men. There's always been hobosexual men, meaning homeless men who sleeping with a woman because she got an apartment and a car, and he drives her car, drops her off at work. She works 40 hours a week. He then takes her car and rides through the hood and sells nickel and dime bags and also smokes his whole supply. And then he goes home and puts on ESPN, gets on the couch and eats up all the grocery that she's paying for. And he literally bringing in the house like $200 to $1,000 a month with his little side hustle, selling shoes or t-shirts or something. And he's living off this woman, living in her apartment, driving her car, and all he doing is just giving her a warm body and a status change on Facebook to put in a relationship. And then she's saying he's an entrepreneur and he has an apparel line, but he's selling stolen shoes from Marshalls and Ross that he done flopped the price tag on, switched the price tag on. My sister baby daddy used to do that, and he literally used to go through the whole state, and he had no job. He would go through the whole state and he would go into Ross, and he was able to pull the tag off. He had figured out how to pull the little price sticker off. And so he would get a $80 pair of shoes and a $20 pair of shoes. And he would pull the tag off of the $20 shoe and switch it with the tag on the $80 shoe, the little sticker that's on the outside of the box. And then when he take it up to the register, he would go to like a really old lady who she doesn't know these are Jordans in this box. So when she scan it and it's $20, she don't know. And then he would take that $80 shoe that he just bought for $20, and then he would go to the hood and he would sell it to all the dope boys for their sons and daughters and nieces and nephews. And he would have 50 pair of these shoes, and he would go to the hood and sell it and sell the shoes for like $100. But he knew the dope boys, and he was a smoker himself. He wasn't a drug dealer, he was a user. So he'll be high all the time, but he knew all the dope boys. So they just want to floss and flex their money. So he would get and he literally made it a statewide thing. And he made money though. He made money, but it's highs and lows with it. And then he started getting caught. They started realizing the inventory was off, and then like they got this pair of shoes, and somebody who knows shoes, they go to look at it and be like, why is this shoe $80 when this is a $20 shoe? or I seen this on the website, or I seen this online. This was $20 here at Ross. Why is it $80? And this tag right here say Jordan 1, but this shoe is Adidas Samba. And so people started to catch. So then he started going in the stores, and they basically had his face remembered. Like, get out of here. We know you, and you're going to jail. We're calling the police. You better not do this again. And they started catching him. But literally, this man was ripping and running all the way up and down the state. But at the same time, too, though, that little side hustle, that's still, to me, a soft guy era. When a man takes a shortcut and he's not willing to work, and he on the couch, and he using drugs, and he on video games, and he not trying to elevate himself every day legally using his real gifts and strengths and purpose, that's a soft guy era to me. And y'all gotta forgive me for this shirt I got on. This me and my wife, I'm taking my wife to breakfast this morning. So what I'm doing right now in the hard guy era is every day that I find that I don't have nothing in the morning, and every day that my wife don't have nothing in the morning, I'm gonna take her to breakfast. And if she got something in the morning, I'm gonna take her to lunch. And yeah, it's gonna get expensive, but it's way better than trying to be home and be cooking and then got to wash dishes, creating a job for yourself. I'd rather support the local economy and just pay the chef and the cooks and the waiter to do what they do, so they could take care of their family, and I get to sit down and have that quality time with my wife. And so at 17 years of marriage, I have decided in the hard guy era to just rebuild my marriage from the ground up. And what I mean by rebuild it is I've decided to go all the way back to the very beginning of the same energy and attitude and effort that I had when I was trying to make her fall in love with me, and to get in that energy and stay in that energy. That's the hard guy era. And so and what I noticed is that it works, because it's so easy to get complacent, and women do it too, you know. And men and women, me and my wife, are guilty of complacency. And we was talking last night about how, like, when our kids get out the house, how it's actually gonna benefit our marriage, just because you're gonna have more energy and you're gonna have more time, and your kids is, you know, they out doing their thing. And the thing about it is, if we was like enemies and our kids was holding us together, then when the kids get out the house, that's when a lot of couples go through a divorce. But me and my wife, we literally best friends. Like, we could hang out and kick it all day long. And she always say, like, when we go on vacation, she was like, you the most amazing man in the world. But it's because I don't have to deal with social media. I don't have to deal with people comments and deal with people requests and deal with all the stuff. Like, if y'all see the emails that I get, the comments that I get, it's extremely draining if you process it. And y'all, if you are a woman watching this, 95% of my YouTube audience is women. And so if you are a woman, think about how many women can you stand? Like, how the thoughts, the feelings, the opinions, the suggestions. Like, I know most women barely can hang around their mom, and then the women who cool with their mom, they barely may have one or two other women close friends. But most women say, I don't do women like that. I don't like being around no bunch of women. I don't like, you know, women is catty, women is sneaky, women is this, women is that. So imagine being me and having 3.5 million people online, and across all social media, about 80% of it being women. All because I decided to try to help women stop getting played. My repayment is an audience full of women. So if we do the math, 3.5 million, 10% of that is 350,000 times 2 700,000. So 700,000 of my online supporters are men. 700,000. Yes, I can have a robust matchmaking agency when I decide to. Because I got 700,000 men. Now, good. Maybe 50% of them might be married, though. I don't know. Could be 80% of them married. Please, Lord, don't let this man be coming to ask for no money. I ain't got no cash. I'm sitting here and I'm on the phone, so it looked like I'm on a phone call. He walked through the parking lot. He don't look too, no. I'm like, is he homeless or not? Because the jeans look homeless, but that backpack is Toomey. Look like a Toomey backpack. Somebody blessed him with it. Let me start looking. It's a hair academy over here. This man rolling up his pants like, oh my goodness, Lord, oh my goodness. Tell me I ain't see what I just seen. Oh my goodness. This man, you remember when you used to wear like, you know the jogging pants, the windbreakers? And you remember when we used to pull one leg up? I don't know if y'all remember that. But as men, we used to have one leg up. On the windbreakers, we'll pull one leg up to about the middle of our calf or the top of our calf, and the other leg be down. This boy who going into the hair academy, I guess he want to be a barber, just did that in 2024. I don't know if he got sat down and was in prison and missed some time. It don't look like it though, because he looked like he's 24 or 25. He just pulled the one leg up. This is why I try to talk to my son about it, because my son is going through the same thing. And I just wish, I might go rent an apartment in the hood, and I might talk to the dudes out there, because see, when you done been around thugs and you done been around killers, you know that they actually just real people. Like, they actually just they only ruthless when they feel threatened. And they doing it for like clout. They doing it for association. They doing it for like family. They doing it so that they can leave the streets and go rap about it and not be a liar. But they actually just real people. He coming back out. And he got on some Jordans. And then he got his keys hooked onto the middle of his pants. Hooked onto the strings on the middle of his pants. Lord bless him. But see, he biracial. And my son look biracial, even though he biracial in the sense that his mom is half Indian from India, but her family is from Jamaica. Her dad born in Jamaica. I think her grandma born in Jamaica, but their ancestors is from India and somehow come over to Jamaica. And then her mama is black, but her mama looked like she got a little bit of something in her, like Irish or Scottish or something from like her ancestors. Like maybe her great grand had something in them, because you know Jamaica was like a melting pot for, it was different colors, you know, different one people and all this. And so my son posted the other day like this just really lame, cringy video. And it was like, he just, you know, saying what's up. And he told me this how they say what's up. I'm like, for one, that's devil horns. Now, we have to do that at USF, University of South Florida Bulls. And I did it in a picture, and it was so many holier than thou women in the comments. Oh, that's satanic. That's the devil horn. Oh, that's bull horns. And it's for the mascot. Nobody think about a devil. But, and my son, you know, I got him a diamond pendant that my homeboy designed, hand drew his logo, TG3. And I got it in diamonds, but they made it too big. And then I got him a diamond necklace. And he put that on. That's my fault. He put that on. He got on his baggy pants, his baggy shirt. And now he in the fashion and he want to take photos. But the video he did, it just was so lame to me. And I'm like, son, just chill, man. just chill. Like, you are a suburban kid. You go to an all-white school. Stop throwing up these little raggedy looking gang signs. Stop trying to look cool. Stop trying to look tough. Be lame. Be a lame. I am not paying $21,000 a year for your tuition alone for you to be making thug signs. I'm like, get your life together. Don't post nothing else without my permission. And if you do it again, I'm changing your password and your mama running your page. You a soccer player, you trying to build a brand. When when coaches who are recruiting you come to your page, they need to see soccer posts. They need to see lifestyle posts. It's fine to do an outfit, but you already got braids. I say that's why you're not getting earrings, because you're trying to look cool instead of just being yourself. But these kids are so lame. They are so lame. And they don't understand. One thing that I realized about these white kids and the private school kids, like my son, this is what I try to tell my son, like, son, I'm really up at it. Like, I'm really up at it. Like, I come from an area where people don't have an education. So we talk in Ebonics and we say strawberry. I later learned it was strawberry and not strawberry when I started to read. But I'm from an area, I've read like 2 or 3 books in my entire life, even though I've written like 20. And I'm trying to tell my son, like, and we still on the soft guy era. Like, oh, you all over the place, get used to it. This is how I do my video. Shut up, stay out of the comment. And I try to tell my son, like, we said ambulance because we didn't know that it's pronounced ambulance. We just heard somebody say ambulance and we didn't know what they were saying or what happened, so we call it ambulance. And we used to string all our words together. And I realized my cousins, they had it worse than me because they didn't have their mom and dad. They lived with my grandma. I had my mom and dad, and I lived in a house with my mom and dad, and I lived in a, decent little neighborhood. And my neighbors next to me were white families. I didn't live in the projects. I didn't live in apartments. It was a $45,000 house. It's not a lot. Imagine we could buy us a 3-bedroom, 1-bath today in a nice neighborhood that looked good for $45K. Man, we'll be doing good. My mama actually, when she sold that house, she sold it for $125,000 and they paid $45,000 for it. So that just go to show you right there. But they got it in 1986. And we did not have education. Like, my mom told me she graduated high school, but when I hit 5th grade, I could read and write better than my mom. My dad did a GED. He didn't walk the stage and all that. He did a GED. Neither one of them went to college. So I try to tell my son, like, you hear the way I talk, you hear the way I say stuff wrong. And when you meet my guys and you hear some of them say stuff wrong, it's because we ain't have an education. Our teachers didn't care about us. Like, we ain't go to no private school. I went to private school in high school after I went to jail in the 9th grade. But when I went to private school, they didn't care about me. They just passed me through the stuff because I was a star athlete. So I try to tell my son, like, man, stop trying to be cool, bro. Be lame. Be lame. Lame pays. Cool get you in trouble. Cool gonna mess around and get you a rape charge because you trying to be with the ladies, and one of these ladies gonna say you went too far and you kept going when she said no because her boyfriend found out that she slept with you, and now she's trying to say you raped. That's what cool get you. Cool get you arrested. Cool get you drunk and high. Cool get you jumped because you're trying to look tough when you go out with your boys and you look at somebody who really come from that and they come and slap fire from you. That's what cool get you. I try to tell my son, man, be lame. I hear his little friends, they be trying to talk. They be trying to use all the little slang words. I'm like, well, y'all just use proper English. Use proper English, man. Come on now. Like, don't nobody who come from no education want to be uneducated. We talk the way we talk because we come from no education, no reading books. Parents who didn't read books, parents who didn't graduate high school. Like, we trying to elevate, man. Y'all going backwards. I remember literally saying sword and had no clue that it is sword. And then my son said, Dad, did you say sword? I said, yeah. He said, it's sword. He said, the W is silent. I said, well, where you think what? It got a W in it? I'm saying W, sword. I said, where you think somebody gonna tell me that the W is silent? I had lived all my life. This was like a couple years ago that I just learned that the word is sword and not sword. So I'm like, son, I'm fighting tooth and claw to make sure you have a better education than me. And now y'all around here trying to dress like thugs and use slang. And I'm just like, man, what is going on? And they using all these little words. And I can't blame them because we did the same thing. We had all our words too. We had the same thing. But I'm like, what is the obsession with trying to be cool? Like, can we ever just normalize being yourself, being authentic, and using real words, regular vocabulary to express what's on your mind? I just pray we get to that point. Man, I pray. And see, this is why I'm trying to become a billionaire. This is why I'm pressing to become a billionaire. And y'all tell me if I'm wrong. Yes, it's easy to say, Tony, you don't have to be a billionaire. People will listen to you. But that's not true. Because if you notice, in my audience, I don't have gangster rappers in my audience. I don't have like thugs and stuff like that. I don't have the men who are slapping women up and cheating on women and dogging women out, like for real and intentional. They're not in my audience because the language of men is money. And this is what women don't understand. Women say, oh, talk to the men, talk to the men, talk to the men. You can't really get the average man's attention unless you have what he wants. And the average man does not want to be in a marriage and faithful. That is an above average man. That's an exceptional man. The average man does not want to have my life, meaning married and faithful and promoting a wife online. The average man don't want that. Oh Lord, I feel so bad for this boy. He just pulled his pants down. He trying to get that leg sleeve to the exact location. Y'all forgive me, I keep looking over at him. He trying to get that leg sleeve to the exact location. Oh my goodness, he trying so hard to look cool. Oh my goodness. This sister here going into the hair academy with that Louis Vuitton Neverfull on. Man, why do you have on a Louis Vuitton Neverfull when you is driving that old Jeep? Louis Vuitton go when you could get you a luxury car. You need to be that perfect. I could look at that leather. That ain't that cowhide. That is pleather. She done got that from Chinatown. And she finna wear it right on in there. No shame in her game. I get it. I used to buy them things for my wife. I ain't gonna tell you now. Like, I can see how that leather bending up. That ain't no real Louis Vuitton. And see, that's what we don't understand as black people. Me and my wife learned it later. We was like, do you know what? We didn't realize how crazy we looked when you was wearing them fake Louis Vuitton shoes that Louis Vuitton had not even made, and you bought them for $100 from your homeboy who got them from China. I say, and when my wife had a fake Louis Vuitton purse that had a Louis Vuitton buckle on it that Louis Vuitton did not put on their purses, and we were standing around people who had money, who had real Louis Vuitton, and they just was looking at us, and we did not realize how fake that knockoff stuff looked. And now that we have the real deal, we like, oh my goodness, we should have just wore what we could afford, because we looked it worse. But we still, I still buy me some fake stuff. Hey, that's just the hood in me. I'm still gonna get me some fake stuff. So I might be in the soft guy era. No, I ain't. No, I ain't. But listen to me. I'm just sitting here rambling because my wife ain't text me yet, and because our breakfast is not until 9:30. So, and it's 8:30. So I'm just kind of rambling. I'm actually not rambling. Everything I say, if you actually listen, it's a lesson in it. If you listen to my videos, everything I say, there is a lesson wrapped in it. Even though it may be casual and laid back, I'm teaching a lesson. So take this video. When you watch a YouTube video, you can, up under the video, you'll see the little icons. One of them says clip. When you click that clip, you can then select the time that you want. So you can scroll back to like minute 32 and 31 seconds, and then you could stretch it out to like minute 33 or 34 and 2 seconds, and then you gotta title it like "Be Lame." If that's what I was talking about, just "Be Lame." Title it. You gotta type in the title "Be Lame," and then when you hit save, it'll give you a link for that little clip. And then you could send that 1 minute that resonated with you for your 15-year-old son. You could text that to him. And when he click it, it's just gonna show him that 1 minute, and then he can click watch the whole video. But send that to your son and just tell him I said, you know, from somebody who done been arrested and went to jail, and somebody who done been in the streets 21 hours a day with a gun in my lap, sleeping with a gun under my pillow, selling drugs, sun up, sun down, and sun back up the next day, and putting my life on the line, and trafficking across state lines, and trying to be hard, trying to be a thug, trying to be cool, 6 gold teeth, full gold teeth, all the fake diamond jewelry, 2 cell phones, Impala on 22s, still in line, hustling. It's a waste of time. You're lame. If you're trying to look like a rapper, you're lame. If you're trying to look cool, act cool, talk cool, you're lame. There is nothing that will beat authenticity. Be yourself. Be yourself. If you broke and you can't afford a woman, be yourself. And keep working until you can afford a woman. And women do cost. Women do cost. I realize that now, having a wife. If you want your wife to have everything that she needs, it costs. And if you want her to be able to be there for the kids, like this morning, my wife taking Tayden to the doctor. If she had to work a job, she would have to be punching in either 30 minutes ago or in 30 minutes, or even an hour and a half ago, depending on the hour schedule. Or she would have been just getting home after working the night shift. And so if she was working a job and she making 70K, I gotta make up that 70K, 50K, 70K, 90K. I got clients that, women who make 250. I think probably I got a client who, I think she got a boyfriend. I don't think she got a husband, but one of my clients earned $900,000 last year. Now she's in my $10,000 a year coaching program, and you know, we expanding her brand, building her brand, and you know, doing all that. But she earned over $900,000 last year. So guess what? I gotta make that up, because if my wife can go out and earn that, I got to make that up. Now that's not realistic, but most of my clients, women clients, they make around 50 to 70. Most women make around 50 to 70. I would say 50 would, you know, 60K would be like the median, the average. So guess what? I gotta make that up. With my wife's master's degree, she could be like a researcher, and they make like 50, 60K. The ones that I coach, they make like 50, 60K. Little squirrel coming over here. I had to hit that gas, get them from around here. But yeah, I got 85 miles left. I gotta go gas up. So that's what I'm trying to say. It does cost to have a woman. So ladies, some of these guys with this soft guy era, some of them gonna start to take it serious. And some of them gonna start to really harp on that, because it's kind of one of them things. Oh, men could do it too. Oh, women could do it too. Oh, that go both ways. So now the men saying, hey, y'all putting all this pressure on us and y'all making us feel like crap and y'all trying to make us less than because we can't afford a steak restaurant on the first date, and we trying to go to Applebee's, or we trying to go to, what's the place called? We trying to go to Cheesecake Factory, and y'all making a joke about it. So how about, hey, you can't afford me. If you can't get me this new PlayStation 5, if you can't get me these such and such shoes, you can't afford me. And so some of them doing that, intentional. They doing it intentional. This thing say sheriff's office, but this is a store plaza. What kind of sheriff's office is in the store plaza? But hey, God bless you. Just wanted to pop on here, shoot a little video. I don't know when this will get to go up, because I cannot upload no 40-minute video on data. My goodness, thing will take forever. So yeah, I want to go in here and learn about this hair academy, because I want to open one of these for my barber. Get on one of these: cosmetology, restricted barber, facial specialist, nail technician. Man, they got everything. And see, somebody done set that up, and these people get financial aid. So I seen 2-3 people walk in there, they on financial aid. The program like 12 grand. My barber said his program was like 12 grand that he did. He get financial aid. And the person who took the time to set that up. So my client, I'm gonna introduce y'all to her. I need to have her come on here. But my client who made that over 900K, she got a training school like that. It's in a different industry, but she got a training school. And so this what I try to tell you. It's just like this right here, as a life coach. So as a life coach, now let's do the math, okay? Right now, and if you got it, you better get over there and get it. Right now, the life coach certification is only $1,000. It just was $4,700, but I did a Mother's Day sale. I haven't changed the price yet. Now, even though it's only $1,000, I think it's only like 3 or 4 people that went and got it. About 3 or 4 people. So that lets you know the financial situation, because when I sent the email out, the email go out to 26,000 people. And about 10,000 of them read it on average. So out of 10,000 people, only 3 people could afford. I know more than 3 people want to be a life coach or a consultant, because everybody I coach, when I ask them what you love to do, they say to help people. So I know thousands of them want to be a life coach or a consultant, but only like 3 or 4 people could afford $1,000. But the course is worth $12,000. So it's being sold by everybody else for $12,000, $6,000, the same course. And it's being sold by coaches who don't have 10% of my experience and success as a life coach. But here I am selling it for $1,000 because my demographic is different. Because most of my demographic is of color. And on average, we don't have the same earning or the same median income or the same net worth as other demographics. So therefore, right now, if you are of color, ask yourself, hey, even if you don't want to be a life coach, ask yourself, can I afford to spend $1,000 right now cash on education, on advancing my career? And if the answer is no, then you understand my point. It's not that easy. And because even at the level that I'm at, I don't think I have $1,000 right now that I could spend in that way. And so that a lot of people don't realize that, don't understand that, but that is the reality of life. Like, most people living day to day with like $10 that they can touch. And so here you have this course that's $1,000, but guess what? If I took and I did social media marketing, and I marketed that all throughout Instagram, all throughout Facebook, and I spent money on it, and like 1,000,000 people seen it. If 1,000,000 people seen it, 1,000 people would sign up. Now, for me to reach 1,000,000 people with Facebook ads, it would cost, I think, $10,000. It's either, yeah, I think like $10,000. So I would spend $10,000 on Facebook, Instagram ads, reach 1,000,000. If out of that 1,000,000, 1,000 people signed up because they want to change their life, they want a new stream of income, they want to do something with more purpose, they went to TonyGassisAcademy.com and signed up, I would make $1 million teaching someone how to become a life coach, how to be a life coach, how to build a life coaching business. I would make $1 million off of spending $10,000. If I spent that $10,000 and marketed my coaching service, and 1,000 people signed up and paid me $500, I would make $500,000. But I would have to give up 1,000 hours. I can't even coach 1,000 hours because I only have time to coach about, at the max, 15 hours a week. So if I booked 1,000 clients and I'm coaching 15 hours a week, it would take me 15, 30, 60, 75, 90. It takes me 5+ weeks just to get through 100 clients. So it would take me 50+ weeks, over a year, to coach 1,000 clients at 15 hours a week. But with filming a course, I can film the course, film the life coach certification course in one day. Just took a whole day and filmed it. Film the course, do the work one time. Now I can sell that course. Now I'm training others how to do what I do. I can sell that course. So now I've done 8 hours of work, but made $1 million. Or I could do 1,000 hours of work and make 500,000. So that's why whatever you do, you should train on it. Whatever you do, you should make a course, because you never know when that course is gonna hit a vein and go wild, just go crazy. Like, you never know when that course is gonna take off, but you've only done the work one time. And you film it whatever way you comfortable. If it's sitting down at a desk with a camera on the desk and you talking to the camera and you film it like that, that's how you feel comfortable, then do that. You don't have to be standing up in a studio in front of a white wall. Just get a very good phone that has a great camera, plug a little mic in it that hooks on your shirt, and film the course in your home office. Like, put a desk in front of a wall, paint the wall an accent color, and then film the course right there at home. And voila, you have a course that you now can tell people, one person at a time, for the rest of your life. You can tell people about this course, and then you can have someone do social media ads. As you make money from the people who you told about it, you then could do social media ads and make money from people that you don't know. And then you making money from people that you don't know. And then you take that money, invest it into more ads. And it literally could be you teaching someone how to do their HR job better, or how to get into HR, how to start an HR agency. And so what my client, who made over 900,000, what she did is, she has a skill, she has a profession. She took, in her profession, you have to be trained. So to get trained in her profession, she paid through the state. Like, you got financial aid, it's state programs. So she paid like $4,000 or whatever it was. She got trained, she went and got that job. And then after doing X amount of hours, she became eligible to get the license to become a trainer. So she became a trainer, and then as being a trainer, she used someone's office to do the trainings because the office had the equipment. Then after a few months, she had earned over $20,000 and was able to buy the equipment she needed and then rent her own office. So she no longer needed to use her boss's office. She was able to rent her own office, get all the equipment she needed to do the trainings, and now she does the trainings, and it's just about marketing the trainings, coming up on Google, and that's how she made over 900K. The thing about it is she is just like a dreamer. She's just like a dreamer. She's like a go-getter. She's not in a box. What I find about so many people that I coach is they mouse in a maze. Most people are mice in a maze, and they just so afraid to invest in themselves, so afraid to believe in themselves, so afraid to step out and to do something, so afraid to get out of a job or to build a second stream of income, just so deathly afraid, and then doing everything entrepreneurially, doing it like they're doing schoolwork, going to get trademarks and patents and all this expensive stuff that you do not need to make $1 million. And they doing all of this, writing business plans, and it's like they doing school, and that's what school does. It traps our mind. It makes us robots. It makes us static. We put all our pride in our fraternity or our sorority and our degrees, but really we just mice in a maze, working for somebody else who will replace us within 48 hours of our death, does not care about us, and we got all these gifts, all these passions, all this talent, and we will work corporate and work our finger to the bone, and never leave a mark on the world because we lived a life pushing pencils instead of investing in ourselves and doubling down on ourselves. We spend all our money on eating out and subscriptions and things to numb our misery from a dead-end job, instead of taking that money and doubling down, investing in ourselves, learning the things we need to learn, and building what we need to build. And that's the rat race. And so because of that rat race, that's why you got the soft woman era. Soft life is women who started the soft life. The soft life just does not look good. It look like you trying to be lazy. Look like you trying to be lazy. Look like you trying to take shortcuts. Look like you just trying to. It don't look good. Because if you got a soft life, somebody got it hard. And if you're not gonna have a soft life from a soft life, you're gonna have a soft life from a hard life. You got to grind. You had to grind. You had to innovate. You had to create. You had to be consistent, and that's not easy. So your life is not soft, even if it make you enough money to go get a manicure and a pedicure and to make avocado toast in the morning. Your life is not soft because you have to bust your butt being consistent to earn the living that you have. But you trying to sell it as effortless instead of saying, no, this is hard as heck. Waking up and being consistent every day and being creative and creating these reels, creating this content, this is not easy. So women trying to sell it as a soft life and like it's easy, and it's deception, because nothing that is worth having comes easy. And so now that's why these men is making a parody of it and making fun of it and saying, hey, well, I'm gonna be a soft life too. I'm gonna live a soft life as a man. Voila. Oh, this guy got the Motor Enclave tag, so like he a member of the Motor Enclave, driving his little Porsche. And that's I wonder if that's the place where you got the little garages, the custom-made garage. You got to pay a couple $100,000 to have your little garage to store all your little fancy cars. I was gonna try to do it, but the man wanted $230,000 cash. I'm like, but you ain't got in-house financing? My goodness, you want somebody to give you $230,000 cash? But it's opulence everywhere. Heard a pastor say, God rest his soul, Pastor Greg Poe, he said, it ain't expensive, you just can't afford it. Stop calling something expensive just because it's out your budget. because what's expensive to you ain't expensive to somebody else. So stop hating on what somebody else got, talking about it's expensive, talking about my boat expensive just because you can't afford it. And my boat ain't expensive, it's in my budget. I was like, oh, that's a way to look at it. So yeah, hey, listen to me now, get it back in spirit. And although this title, the soft guy era, it's a lot of little lessons in here. So if you got to this point, put in the comments, I made it, just so I know if it's even 10 people that get to this point when I be teaching these long form lessons. Because what I'm getting ready to do is I'm getting ready to find the time every day to make a 1 hour video every day, Lord willing, and the video will go up at like noon, because that way it'll be able to be watched around the world. So for the people that's in like Europe and Africa, they'll be able to, at noon, it's like 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. their time, anywhere from 4 to 6 p.m. depending on the time zone change, the time change. And then people who are in the other, like over in Asia, it'll be 12 a.m. so it's late for them, but a lot of people stay up late. And then for some people like Australia and stuff, it may be 10 p.m. or something like that, or 10 a.m. something for them, or 10 p.m. yeah, something like that for them. And so that noon time is gonna be where it could hit the whole world. And then for those of you in America, you watch it on your lunch break. If you get an hour lunch break, or if you get 30 minutes and you're not hanging out with friends, you could listen to 30 minutes, then on your way home, listen to the other 30 and get it in. Because inside of these videos, I'm gonna start placing contests. I'm gonna start putting contests in the videos and like blessings, because I'm gonna do a couple of deals, and then I'm gonna be looking to bless some startups, like walk people through the process. And it may be like free coaching, or it may be, I'm hesitant to give physical money because people drowning so much in their bills that I just feel like if I'm giving physical money, people gonna be taking that money and trying to pay bills and trying to pay all this and do all that. So I'm kind of hesitant with that. And so I'm thinking about taking it, saying, hey, boom, I'm gonna give somebody my year of coaching program free of charge. So that way, boom, they could take that year of coaching, they getting promotion from me, and that might just be one person. Or it may go to where I do life coach certification course free. And then if you have like an idea, I may do a business proposal submission, to where submit your business proposal, and then we're going to my company, like submit your nonprofit organization. My company will pay for the formation of your nonprofit organization. And meaning we pay for the incorporation with your state, pay for the IRS fee, and pay for the setup. It's around $1,000, and pay my dad to do it because he does it. So it'd be around $1,000 to $1,500. And so I'm gonna do some stuff like that. And I might do that for like 3 or 4 people. And I would do it versus cutting a check for $1,500, because people don't understand, because we so short-sighted. And I try to tell my mama this. Like whenever she tight on funds and she bugging me about money, I'm like, Mama, I got bills. I got stuff I got to do too. But not even bills. Mama, I got to live. I'm going down here to Miami to this F1 race. My bills could wait. It's a bill. Like, I ain't worried about that. And then somebody was talking about, yeah, Tony, you say you ain't no financial coach and you let the bills wait. It's a bill. That is a bank. That's, if it's not a necessity, you only live once. Like, so what? It's a bill. Then that is the mindset that school has put us in, to feel trapped. Do you know that you can have a 500 credit score and in 1 month have a 700 credit score? Like, people get so caught up. Do you know that I have gone and gotten G-Wagons with a 500 credit score? That I have gone and gotten a brand new car with a repossession on my credit, with late payments on my credit. They do not really care about credit. Credit is just so that they can see what your hardships have looked like. But they understand everybody have hard times. So the underwriter knows everybody have hard times, We just need to see how hard of times you have had and how consistent these hard times have been. But you could get stuff even after bankruptcy. And so that's what you have to realize and understand. 50 Cent filed bankruptcy, and look how he doing. It didn't cost him no business. He's still getting TV deals. He's still getting brand deals, and he filed bankruptcy. Donald Trump filed bankruptcy, and he became the president of the United States. You have to stop being a slave to bills. It's like, so this is how I became a millionaire. I will have a car note due. I will have a house note due. I will have a credit card bill due. But if God gives me an idea, like right now, God gave me an idea, and I talked to the man yesterday, and it's gonna cost me about anywhere from $13,000 to $40,000 to get these products. Just one type gonna be about $13,000. Then I got to build a website. A guy told me yesterday the site that I like, he told me he charged that client $15,000. I'm not paying that. I'm gonna find somebody for $5,000 that do it super nice, but the $5,000 is really worth $15,000. Or I might find somebody for $1,000, but the $1,000 is worth $5,000. And I'm gonna get these products. I'm gonna get 3 products, and I'm gonna get this site made. So all in, this business finna cost me $45,000, $50,000. But guess what? This is a business that I can sell for the rest of my life. And this is a business that I could spend every dollar I get extra, I'm spending it on marketing. And I'm gonna be marketing this business to no end. And within 10 years, I want this business to be valued at $100 million. But for right now, my car note can wait. My car note can wait. If y'all want the car, come pick it up. I'm gonna invest in me so that I'm gonna invest in something that can make me money. And so many people, they always they don't have money for a coaching session, and they don't have money for a course. They don't have money for a class because they say, I have to pay this bill. But the bill they paying is not a bill that's gonna put them out of house or home. But what they don't realize is that investment in themselves that they would make would actually make them tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars over time. And so they miss out. But we're going to talk back on this investment soon. But God bless you, and we'll talk soon.